comes into play. Goddamn, I already got 6 thumbs up and I only got 3 people in there. How is that even possible? I always start a little early every single night. I do. So let's let this thing build up a little bit. I got to tell you, I had a really, really busy day. I did. A lot of you guys are like, "Oh, Tuddle, how can you be so busy?" There's a lot of us out here, blue collar people that have to work manual labor jobs all the time. I don't think you guys realize how hard it is. Well, I will say the last couple of days, and as of recent, I've been having Ciroc on. What up, T-Bone? If you're in here right now, share this on your social media. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Reddit, LinkedIn. I really don't care. Just share it. Guys, I can't thank you enough. What up, Nedley Mandingo? Hey, buddy. Nedley Mandingo, will you attest that, a lot of people think I'm bullshitting when I say that I write every single person back immediately whenever they donate any money to my PayPal account? I did that. Anthony, man, buddy, I have you been in the chat lately? Because I don't remember seeing you, but I know like you're one of the biggest supporters of the Tuddle Daily Podcast and the Tuddle Daily Podcast live stream. But I cannot thank you guys enough, because you would not believe how many hours I made up last night. I talked about this. I'm trying to get to that. What up, Andy? I'm trying to get to that 4,000 viewing hours. And I've been listening on the podcast, but pretty busy. Yeah, I get it. That's the thing about podcasts and live streams. It's on demand. People get busy. I had to learn that. Thank you, Nedley Mandingo. You know what? That actually means a lot to me. It does. For you to say that, because one of the things that I like the most, I read about how Mark Cuban, Mark Cuban, actually the owner of the Dallas Mavericks, also the guy on Shark Tank, billionaire. He gives out his cell phone and email on the Jumbotron at the basketball games, so people can actually contact him. He likes to engage his audience, and that's how I want to be. Yeah, does it take a lot of time? Yeah, it does take a lot of time. As this podcast has grown, I've had to send back more and more emails, but I try to respond back to everybody because I am grateful. I am grateful for every single person that will take the time to be able to listen to what I'm doing on a regular basis. But you guys really helped me out. Like, I made a lot of gains. Just like last night when I told you. Yeah, see, I'm going to put the live streams up on the podcast as well too. See, now the only reason sometimes I don't put the podcast or the live stream on the podcast is it's kind of repetitive. That's how chicks make big money. Hey, Miss YQS, I got your text right before the live stream. That is what they fixed, the cam sensor valve. So I think you're right. I really, really do, because that's what they worked on the PT Cruiser. Just a little bit of a reminder. As soon as I get done with this live stream, I am giving you like a little bit of a double feature. I cleaned out the trunk of my PT Cruiser. Now, you guys all know that I lived with Colton and his family for a good minute. Like a year and a half. And I'm always very, very respectful of people doing nice things for me. I just didn't want my shit being left all about their house. So I basically lived out of my car. I would do laundry and then I would put it in my car. And then I would get the clothes that I'm going to wear the next day and I would bring them in. And then I would, in the morning when I changed to get up to go to work at the Bubble Love Sponge show, I would bring my dirty clothes out there. And it just got out of hand. I have not been in that trunk since early 2019, back in my drinking days. And I filmed myself going through that trunk for the first time since 2019. Now, I have been in that trunk before, but it's just to throw more garbage in there. And you're going to want to check it out because I found some really, really interesting stuff. It was like when Geraldo opened up Al Capone's vault. I had no idea what was in there. And I got to tell you, I knew it was going to happen. I found some things that I could actually get in trouble for buried at the bottom of the garbage pile that was at the bottom of the garage or my trunk. And check it out. That will be live on YouTube, youtube.com/Tuddle, as soon as this show is over with. You guys all know that my producer, I don't understand why he does this. He's a Marine. He's in the Navy now. And when he gives me times, he gives me the military times. Now, I'm starting to learn it, but it throws me off. He said 2,100 hours, the video is going to be up. And I'm like, all right, I got to do the math. I'm like, and so at 9 o'clock, that video will be live right after the Tuddle Daily Podcast live stream. I think you guys are going to enjoy that video. So that will be live right after I get done with this live stream. Add 12. Yes, I know that. But damn it, why should I have to add 12 when I'm a civilian? I mean, Miss YQS, when you guys are in law enforcement, do you guys use military time as well too? I'm just asking. I mean, I get why people use military time. Because you don't want to get it mixed up between AM and PM. So I get it. And I also don't get the whiskey tango foxtrot, like what the fuck? Like, you know, how they use, you know, just words to be able to, you know, spell out things. Never got that as well, too. But, so let me move on to something else because the show is entitled Content Aplenty today. Full of content, whatever it may be. I don't even remember what the fuck I had named it. Nelly Mandingo. I love it. What up, AB? Yeah, if you guys want to donate until I get to the 4,000 hour mark. Now, I want you guys to know, I've had this YouTube channel since 2012. I have. Trust me, I have more than 4,000 hours worth of viewing time, but you have to have 4,000 hours worth of viewing time in a calendar year, 365 days. And I've told you guys this before when I had the YouTube channel. I wasn't allowed to put anything up on it because a lot of the hosts that I work for wanted the content for themselves. So I had not posted a lot of stuff. I think in total, when it comes to views, I think I'm over 700,000 views. I haven't hit the million view mark yet. But you got to remember, I've had this page since 2012. And it's been growing and growing and growing. You haven't missed much of anything, David Hernandez. Get into it. Coming up at 9, David, It's going to be the world premiere of me emptying out the garbage pile in the trunk of my PT Cruiser. But yes, if you want to donate, paypal.me/Tuddle on the radio. But when I get to that 4,000 viewing hours, I'll be able. Iggy showing up. What up, Iggy? But when I get to that 4,000 hour viewing time, you guys will be able to do super chat. I'll be able to do super chat in the YouTube channel. It's just like Twitch when you donate bits and stuff. You'll be able to do that. And once I get to the super chat function, I'm not going to be panhandling. I'm not going to be like, oh, make sure you do this, make sure you do that. I'm not talking about anybody in particular because a lot of the Twitch people do it. There is a mosquito, and he's getting right in my camera view. I don't know if you guys saw him fly by. But, yeah, you guys will be able to start tipping me. And listen, I want you guys to make me work for it. I want you to make me work for it. Oh, crap. Matt just donated $20 to my PayPal account, paypal.me/Tuddle on the radio. Anyone know the inside on Bubba's newest problem? Not the Nielsen. That had nothing to do with it. Oh, Nedley Mandingo. God damn it, Nedley. If I could get a hold of my merch guy, I would send you every piece of merchandise that I have. But I'm actually starting to get kind of worried. I really am. The guy from Stitch You Up. Bubba has the Rona allegedly. Oh, that is not good. That's not good at all. Hey, damn it. David just sent me $10. Man, guys, you guys are like killing me. Like, seriously. Thank you so much. Like, I'm gonna write every single one of you back. I really, really am. But the Stitch You Up guy, yeah, I don't know where he is at. And I'm not saying anything bad about him. I'm actually legitimately concerned about him. Like, I've been calling him every single day for the last 2 months, and I can't get a hold of him. I can't. There's an issue floating out there. Look, I heard Anna Hummel hosted the show today. And I'm not saying anything bad because Anna used to host her own show. So I'm sure she did a really, really good job. And I'm gonna have to go back and listen to that. I really am. Is Bubba Army Radio, is that still working? Is the archive still working, or is Bubba Army Radio down? Because I'm not a subscriber on the Twitch, so maybe I can go back to Bubba Army Radio and listen to it, but I don't know. That's what I don't get. You bring that up, okay? Like, Seth should have been hosting. The archive is working. That is good. Good for Anna. Like, seriously, do you understand? Like, I'm not trying to be sexist or anything like that. I'm not trying to say, oh, just because she's a woman, that's impressive. But for Anna not to hesitate, like Philip just said, I mean, that is a real broadcaster. That is. Do you guys remember the couple of times when Bubba left and I had to get behind the board and I had to host the show when Manson was on there and the rest of the people? Oh, Nedley Mandingo. That is a classic, Nedley Mandingo. That is. Those Bubba Sauls were so difficult. But yeah, I mean, I didn't hesitate. Fuck, if you give me a chance to host and run the board on a nationally syndicated radio show, I am not turning that down. I don't give a fuck if I suck. But guess what? You don't make any of the shots that you don't take. I know that's a very cliche thing to say, but it is the truth. You know, when I was working at Real Radio 104.1, I was only part time. I was only part time. And I think the Hideout left right after Drew Garabo. And they were like, hey, wouldn't this be a funny bit? We'll say that we're gonna give the nighttime show to Tuddle. And I had to host Monday through Friday because that's when Jason Bailey, Buckethead, was gonna get the show. I already knew that. And they were like, you're gonna have to host, but you're gonna have to run your own board. Nobody else is gonna be in there. You're not gonna have a call screener. That was nerve-wracking. But I did it. Do you want to know what prepared me for that? When I used to work with the Ron and Fez show, every so often they would get it in their head. They were like, "Oh, let's fuck with Tuddle." And this is when I didn't even know how to run a board. This was at a music station where we didn't have a delay, so we couldn't take live phone calls. And they would just walk out of the studio. They would walk out of the studio and they would just leave me alone in there for 15 minutes. And I swear to God, I've only been working as an intern for 3 months. It's kind of like, you know, the redneck father, you know, it's sink or swim, throw their kid in the pool. You know, you're not going to let them drown or drowned. I don't even know what that is. But yeah, I did it. It's like sink or swim. It's like your redneck dad throwing you in the pool and seeing if you can swim or not. And I think that gave me that no fear of, like, I like awkward situations. Awkward is actually funny in some cases. And that's the way that I looked at it. And that actually prepared me. And that's why I don't hesitate. I'm telling you right now, I could be in a dead nap and they could tap me and like, wake up, Tuddle, wake up, Tuddle. We need you to host. And guess what? I'm going to do it. Yes, of course I'm going to take the opportunity because guess what? Yeah, there is some fish camp drama. I mean, I talked about it a little bit last night. I've already recorded tomorrow's show. It'll be up tonight at midnight. But I got to tell you, me and Ciroc did a really, really good show. We did. I don't know if you guys have heard me talk. My good friend Howard, he adopted his sister's kids, who happened to be African American. So he is a white guy, and they have his last name, and he takes care of them. And I'm so proud of him for taking on that extra workload because he already had kids of his own. But we talked about this. I had Ciroc on. And my friend is really, really upset because I guess they live close enough to the school. They were walking home, and one of the Caucasian kids pushed one of his sons, who is African American, into the bushes and called him the N-word. How would you guys handle that? Because if I'm just being honest, look, I know that he probably could have gotten that from friends, could have gotten it from online, but kids at the age of 10 are not born racist. They learn that behavior from their parents, families, or friends. Do you go talk to that kid's dad? I don't like this day and age. Like, I mean, what would that do? Like, yes, we all want to just go beat the shit out of that kid's father. But what is that going to do? You know what that's going to do is that he is, yeah, you do have to talk to the dad. And you know what? And listen, I told him this. I said, let me know when you're going to do it. I'm not even saying I'm going to use it for content, but you want to get everything on video. You want to have proof of what's going on because you don't want to have one of those he said, she said type things. But yeah, though, but you also got to understand though, my friend who is Caucasian is in a little bit of a different situation. He is. You're white. These kids, they call him dad, which he is. He takes care of them just like a father. They call him dad. He calls them sons. They have his last name. So what I'm trying to say is, I mean, don't you gotta kind of like step in and say something? I'm not even saying get physical. Let me come there, document the whole situation, because I'm telling you right now, when all said and done, if this father did have something to do with it, I think it would be worse. He would wish that he got an ass whipping. What up, Limmy? Thank you for joining. So what I'm trying to say is, like, I could cause this guy all types of trouble. Like, seriously, I could. Like, say if my friend goes up there and he's like, yeah, hell yeah, I told my son that. Hey, dear. Oh man, and that's the thing about it. I wouldn't use that content unless my friend gave me the go ahead to be able to use it. But I'm telling you right now, man, I just love to get focused on something. And listen, I'm not a tough guy. I've never really been a tough guy. But what I'm trying to say is not many people are going to win when it comes to a war of words with me. Because I know how to go about things in the right way and not get in trouble, to do it legally. So we talked about that on today's show. Also, I'm not going to ruin it because I want you guys to listen. Yes, last night I talked about the idea about the guy that called me the F word for gays to somebody else. And I said that I wanted, yeah, I mean, that's that's a really bad word as well too, David. But I pitched the topic and the idea of me and Sirach wearing banana hammocks, oiled down and working out near this dude's lot. And if you listen to tomorrow's podcast, you'll be able to hear what Sirach had to say. Now, something else I wanted to talk about. You would think as a radio guy, like it wouldn't bother me to listen to my own voice. I hate listening to myself on the radio. I also hate taking selfies. I really do. I kind of despise it. I have low self-esteem. You got to remember, right after my divorce, I didn't take care of myself. I drink. I took every single drug that anybody would give to me, and I just didn't give a fuck. But at the beginning of 2020, I was like, all right, I'm going to start this podcast. If we're going through a pandemic and we're not going to be out and about, I'm going to concentrate on working out and getting in shape. And every so often, I'll give a little bit of a progression type photo, even though I hate it. And I'll admit, today, I worked out as hard as I could for an hour. I did not take a break. I did everything. I tried to get as pumped up as I could. I know that it's very pathetic. But I wanted to do some progression shots, and I posted them. And I know that it doesn't take the sting away. I know a lot of people, I'm always afraid that people are going to clown me. And listen, I'm not a vain person at all. I know that I still have a lot of work to do, but compared to what I was like, the last time that I was on Bubba's show, they played the video. Check out his lats on 2100. Well, but I don't want people to think like I'm a vain person because I'm not. I'm not. But I want to be able to show people that sober life. What up, Fish on Jay? And listen, I don't want any of you guys to think that I judge you if you drink. I don't. I really don't. I cannot drink responsibly. I can't. If I have one and I was like, hell yeah, that feels good. I'm like, I'm gonna have two. Oh damn, I feel good on two. I'm gonna have four. And then after four, I'm like, fuck it. Let's have eight. And the next thing you know, I'm piss ass drunk and I make an ass of myself. Plus, it didn't help that I was drinking on the mood stabilizing drugs at the same time. So ever since, whatever AB, I don't know if you should be using that name, but no. Nedley Mandingo. Here, let me rephrase myself. I believe in absolute freedom of speech. Do I support racism? No, I do not. But they are just words. Like, for example, if like two grown adults, a white guy calls an African American the N-word, and the African American punches the white dude in the face and beats the shit out of him, guess who's going to jail? The black guy is. It's not against the law to be racist. Where it becomes against the law is whenever you physically try to stop somebody from their civil liberties or advancing themselves. That's where it becomes a problem. Or when you physically hurt them. But freedom of speech is freedom of speech. It is. It's not against the law to hate somebody. Do I agree with it? No, I despise it. I despise it 100%. But it's still freedom of speech. First Amendment, the definition of it is the protection of unpopular speech, which racism is unpopular speech. Well, no, but see, Natalie Mandingo, what you don't get is, I don't know if I clarified that. He pushed my friend's son into the bushes and called him that word. So there is where the problem. He did put hands on him, push him in some bushes, and called him that word. Where did he learn that from? A lot of these kids back in my day, they learned it from their parents. I've talked about this earlier. I said, right, you're not born racist. You're taught, and you learn to be racist. And it's got to stop. It really, really does. I was reading somewhere for the first time, the population 18 and under. do you guys know this? The population of 18 and under right now in the United States, Caucasians are not number one right now. So guess what? We have to get used to it. And I'm not saying that it's a problem. You got to get used to it. No, it's just, it's coming if you like it or not. Growing up, you live and you learn. That's it. But you also got to understand, my friend is in a very, very unique situation. He is a white guy, and he's the father of 3 African American kids. So I mean, he's kind of got to step up to the plate a little bit. I'm not saying get physically violent, but you got to get to the bottom of it. You really do. I think you do. I don't think you get violent, but you also, I think you need to show that you are going to protect your children, and they are his children. That's all I'm saying. We're going to talk about that. But back to what I was saying is before I listen, that's the thing about this stream. It's kind of like an ADHD version of the regular podcast. But back to the pictures I took. I mean, were they douchey? I mean, be honest with me. If you go to my Twitter or Instagram, I think I forgot to post them on Facebook. But I felt like a douche when I took them. I really did. But I just wanted to show people what sober living can do for you. Because back to what I was saying, if you look at that video that Bubba played when we went to South Carolina to Charleston, I looked horrible. I was fat. My skin looked horrible. I looked greasy as hell. Even though I'm a little shiny right now, but you also got to remember I'm in Florida with the humidity. And I just feel better. I'm proud of what I've been able to accomplish. But you know what? I was surprised. Nobody really busted my balls. They didn't. And like I said, I still got a lot of work to do. I still got that little bit of a pooch underneath the belly button. That's like the hardest place to get rid of. But I do have abs. It's just it's kind of hidden a little bit. Here, hold on. I can show you. See, I do have abs. So what I'm trying to say is I got that little bit of a pooch there. But I'm working on it. It's a slow burn. No, I do. I feel more confident about myself. You know, I just recently met a new person that has like inspired me, has kind of like, I don't know, has made me really, really happy. And it just seems like things are coming together. It's nice to have friends that actually care about me. And I love it. It warms my heart. I'm not trying to be like Delilah or any of those other like soft rock host. That's not going to be me. Once again, I mean, we can do a little bit of an AMA, but I just did a lot of content today, and I'm kind of slowing down on the backstretch. Don't forget, coming up at 9, it's going to be the premiere of my newest video on my YouTube channel. Yeah, I mean, Fish on Jay is another one of those people that has stuck by me, even though that I'm not on the radio anymore. He comes over and fishes. My parents love Fish on Jay. They really, really do. And Fish on Jay is he's one of the most respectful guys. And it's weird how I met him. I was getting eyeglasses like 4 years ago or 3 years ago. And I was just walking and I was going to go catch a movie right after it. And Fish on Jay was like, rolled down his window. He was like, Tuddle. You want to know what I get recognized the most of? Not people don't recognize me from looking at me. They hear my voice. I know that I do not have the stereotypical radio voice. No kids. My ex-wife, I talked to her probably a couple weeks ago. She's doing well. She's doing really well. I did find out, when we were married, well, when we first started dating, actually, we bought a Chihuahua. Small teacup Chihuahua, had the apple head and everything. Her name was Raven. And then we ended up getting another Chihuahua, which was a long haired Chihuahua, and that was a boy. And his name was Jazzy. Jazzy was my man. He was my boy. Like if I walked out of the room, he followed me, he slept with me, everything. Talked to her the other day and I was like, "Hey, by the way, how's Jazzy doing?" She she told me, she was like, um yeah, well, as soon as she said I was like, "Oh no." She's like, "Do you want to know the truth?" Yeah, he's gone. He's gone. I don't know why that tears me up so much. It really really does. You know, when I first got divorced, I was very bitter. I was. A lot of it had to do with me. I'm not saying that I was 100% at fault. There's a lot of things that I could have done better. But yeah, I was bitter as a motherfucker. And as time went on, I kind of realized I was like, you know what? You know what? It would make me a big hypocrite. Yeah, last connection tour. Yeah, you're kind of right. But I'll admit, like, listen, even though it didn't work out, I mean, we had a lot of great times. We did. One of my favorite things that we did every single year was go to Dragon Con, which is the second biggest sci-fi comic book nerd convention in Atlanta. Atlanta. We went there every single year, and it was a blast. Loved it every single year. We went to England, went to the UK for 2 weeks. We are both the biggest Manchester United fans. And for the most part, when we're talking, oh, I think the mosquito truck, I can hear the mosquito truck driving around. You can tell it's starting to get summer in Florida when the mosquito truck is driving around. Yeah, he is here. I can hear him. You want me to see if I can show you the mosquito truck? Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Let me turn the camera around and see the mosquito truck here. I don't want to go too far away from my hotspot, but let's see. Hold on. I hear him out here somewhere. So let me see if I can find the mosquito truck. I hear him out here somewhere. Maybe I'm going crazy. Who knows? But he's got to be out here somewhere. I know I heard him. Let me turn this around. All right. So yeah, he's here. I don't know where he is. Hold on. He's around here somewhere. Yeah, he's coming. He's coming. He's coming. Hold on. Let me see. See, this is what we got to deal with here in Florida. The mosquitoes. Once it starts warming up, it gets really, really bad. So let me see if I. Hold on. I got to take one of my headphones out, see if I can hear him. Oh, yeah. He's definitely coming. I know this isn't too exciting. Oh, yeah. He's coming. Hold on. Where is he? Where are you? Come on, man. I know you're around here somewhere. Where? He's definitely coming. Mosquito. All right, see, he's got to be here. That can't be an airplane. I don't even know. This could be a big waste of time. A little bit of schizophrenia doesn't hurt anybody. Oh man, one of the people that helped me out the most whenever I was in the loony bin was my friend. I don't think she was schizophrenic. I could be wrong. I don't want to speak. You know what? That could be just a boat coming by. Maybe I'm just hearing shit. I don't know. Yeah, he's got to be here somewhere. Where the hell is this mosquito truck at? You know what? Screw it. This is a waste of time. If he comes around, I'll definitely do it. Anyways, yeah. All right. So, in closing, yeah, it's saying I'm here, Pat, stream me. In closing, a lot of great content coming up at 9. No, I'm not doing a cribs. You know what though? I may do that. I may do that. For some reason, my parents thought it would be a great idea to buy a fifth wheel that had white carpet in it. Cause I am always on my hands and knees cleaning this goddamn carpet non-stop. I can't keep up with it. I really can't. Anyways, coming up at midnight, one of my better shows that I've done featuring Sirac. We also talk about him getting hit in the chest by a newspaper while riding his bicycle down Bayshore in Tampa, and he cursed out some kids because it was a father and two of his kids, but they hit him right in the chest. I was actually on the phone with him. We talk about that. We talk about my friend Howard's situation, and then I also pitched the idea of working out with each other and oiling each other down. But Ciroc is kind of worried. He is. You know, when I say the Hobo Fish Camp, he's like, yeah, I'm sure everybody there has guns. But yeah, I'll do a Fowler Cribs. Anyways, if you want to donate, go to my PayPal account, paypal.me/Tuddle on the radio. Make sure, thank you, Nedley Mandingo. I appreciate, and I'm so grateful for your generosity. Make sure you guys watch any of my videos. Like I said, if you don't want to, or even if you don't have the time, turn the sound down, and just let it play. Let it eat. Because I'm trying to get to those 4,000 hours. That would take what I'm doing to the next level. If you guys want to contact me, I can't take live phone calls, but you can email me, tuddle@gmail.com. That's Tuddle with 2 Ds, Tuddle @gmail.com. All right, what up, Nedley Mandingo? Wait, one question. Go ahead. I'm waiting. Hold on. All right, I'll keep going. Yeah, leave autoplay on. And if you want to leave me a voicemail, you can easily do it. Do you get more hours if you turn on all? If I turn on all my devices, I think so. I'm not sure. I'll have to look into that. Now, see, that's the thing about it is that you can just go to your browser and you don't even have to be logged in, and I still get credit for it. You don't have to be a member of YouTube. If you watch the video just from a browser, because my video streams, yeah, do it anonymous of multiple browsers. Yes, and if you're in here right now, give me a thumbs up. Be careful with the system. Yeah, we'll figure it out. I don't know. Look, hey, I'm just trying to get to that level. Once I get to that 4,000 viewing hours in a calendar year, things are going to get a lot better. I've already got the subscribers I need. I just need to get to that 4,000 hour mark. Leave me a voicemail, 4072. Oh God, I'm just so punch drunk right now. 407-270-3044. Once again, that is 407-270-3044. Hope you guys enjoyed tonight's show. Don't forget, 9 o'clock, the unveiling of the garbage pile in the trunk of the PT Cruiser.